Hi, guys.
Okay, welcome back.
I'm Oshs.
I'm Akela.
And we are Cue the Commentary. And on this podcast, we basically discuss people's messed up situations. It's basically people writing into Reddit. Clearly, I have other things on my mind, okay, so it's basically people writing in their messed up situations to Reddit. And we decide whether or not they are the a-holes in their messed up situations or not.
Because sometimes you just need that unbiased opinion to let you know if you are the a-hole or asshole in your scenario. Yeah. Because you can't ask the people around you. You can't ask your brother. You can't ask your sister. No. Because maybe they are the asshole or maybe you are the asshole. And we are here to solve the mystery for you. And we love when we hear your 2 cents, your input, and when, when we just get to have a conversation with you in the comments.
So let's begin.
Oh, and guys, before we start, don't forget to comment, and rate us.
Wait, what are we now?
Last I checked was
5:30?
Really? Oh, I saw 5:22 last time I checked.
5:27.
Okay, 5:27. We only asked for 5:20.
No, we really did.
Yeah. You guys blew it out of the park.
If you guys can please continue rating us on Spotify.
Yes.
5:40 should definitely be the next goal.
When we hit 1K.
No, we have to have a celebration.
We should have some. We should do like a giveaway or something. Yeah, literally. Like we should do something because that's crazy.
I wanted to thank everyone for the last video. Like everyone, sending me. Hope you have a
well wishes,
speedy recovery and talking on this situation and seeing my position in it and stuff. Like I really do appreciate your guys' comments. Hopefully I get
more weeks. You'll be fully recovered, I think.
I hope so.
Anyway, what have you been up to?
Let's just get to you because you don't want to know what I've been up to.
Wait, what have you been up to?
I've been on my computer a lot lately, but then it gets dark at 4.
Yeah.
So it's like you really have to wake up early. Go outside, and then, some people have to go to the office or can't work from home or whatever. So it's really dark by the time you get home.
Literally.
It's like, dang, I had no outside time. No
so
daylight.
I've been taking my walks, because, I've just, Shoshana even asked me today, do you want to go to the gym? And I'm like, yeah, I guess.
No, she said, fine.
Yeah, that's actually what I said.
Why are you saying, ugh?
I have, no desire right now to go to the gym, so instead I'm just doing a walk every day. So the thing is, I have to go no matter what. Even if it's dark outside, I'm still outside going for a walk. So that's my, I don't care. I'm going outside.
Hopefully you're not by yourself.
No, I'm not by myself. I'm with Lucas. Okay. But, we're taking at least 7 to 10K steps a day and stretching at the end of it. That's all I have in me right now to give to my health.
We're fighting for our life at this point.
That's all I have, and I'm actually if I can do that, it's enough for me for the moment. I'll get back in the gym eventually. But
you should take your cat outside.
I feel when he gets all his shots,
then
I will.
Okay.
I literally
get
will.
a backpack.
I will,
and literally take him.
And
outside.
I'll put him on a leash. Yeah, he's gonna have so much fun because I feel like he will actually enjoy it now. When we open the door, he runs out in the hallway. And yes, he's so bad.
Oh, he's crazy.
He's insane. And there's so many animals on my floor.
Yeah.
So I have to be
that's
careful.
the thing. You have to be careful, especially in your area. You really have to be careful because they will snatch him up, literally. And the dogs too. The dogs. You have to be careful. Of other animals preying on him.
Oh, that's he's so small.
Yeah.
Anyways, I love him.
That's Guys, she got a cat and the parasites have got to her head. I'm telling you.
I love him and he's so sweet. Yeah. And because I got him a little earlier than you should, I've been it's all the cat stuff online is they're very bonded to you. They might actually think they're real parents. Yeah. So it's really sweet. Follows you everywhere, brings you toys.
And I really don't get why people don't like cats.
I just clearly really think you have not had a real experience with a cat if you don't like cats. Yeah. Because they're actually perfect.
They're great.
And I don't have it in me to be a dog person. Maybe later in life, but the routine you have to maintain for a dog.
Yeah. First of all,
for a baby,
I can't even do it for myself, okay? For the
I
dog, absolutely. Go outside twice a day?
No way.
Not even once a day sometimes. If you are not a cat person, you definitely haven't had a real cat experience. Or a good cat. Because there are some mean cats out there who are more reserved and are more bitchy. But if you got blessed with a great cat.
I find it so funny that you call cats bitchy. They're not people.
They're absolutely bitches. What do you mean? They're so independent, just
They could be, yeah. And then my last cat was she had a lot of anxiety and she was very
she was stressed.
She was all the time stressed, literally panting. She was not okay. Yeah, she was not good. So this cat is very different. I was gonna talk about shows. I was gonna suggest if you guys have not watched Lioness on Prime, you need to watch it. It is so good. And my life feels a little empty right now because I finished it and I'm waiting for the next episode to drop.
Is it 1 season?
It's 2 seasons, but they're still dropping episodes in the second season. So.
Yeah, I hate the waiting period. I just want to watch episode. I want to
every season,
episode after episode. I hate waiting a whole week. That's crazy. That's so ghetto. That's so
2005.
That's literally so 2005.
No,
please.
no.
No one's waiting for the drop.
It's a really, really good show. And honestly, I'm not an action person when it comes to TV shows, but there's something so interesting about like a special ops force in the military and how the beef between countries runs so deep, and like how it and I think I googled it, and it is like loosely based on a true group or like CIA group of women. So it's really interesting.
I don't even know what the show's about, so
it's about like Lioness is a task force, but they're technically CIA. Okay. And they deal with like terrorism. Like that's their thing. So they're literally special ops, and they focus on different terrorists, and then they like, you have to watch it, but it's really, really crazy. And Zoe Saldana is in it.
Oh,
and that girl is so
I need to watch it then.
She's just so good at playing this like dainty yet very intense, and like almost like she has like this masculineness to her that is so hot. I don't know how else to explain it. Like she just like you would not expect someone that looks like her to be able to play such like a strong, intense role. Yeah. And she does so well at it. And honestly, that's kind of all the roles that she plays.
You remember Colombiana?
Like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, she's always fighting someone, like a spy, like something. And it suits her so well. So very, very good show.
That kind of like can stunt an actress though, you know, like when you do so well, playing one role, they're like, okay, you need to be casted for every other role like this, you know.
But okay, yes, I do agree, like getting typecasted can definitely stunt someone, but I also feel like whatever comes naturally to that person is the best role that they're gonna play, and I feel like that's her. Yeah. But she also plays like soft things, and like she did From Scratch. It's like a short series on Netflix, which was like a romance, which was really. I didn't watch it, but I heard it was like very beautiful, sad. So I think she has like that fluidity, but at the same time, she's very like, I think where she's comfortable is playing some like top of the top spy that kills or is an assassin or whatever. Like,
I can tell I'm gonna like that because my favorite movie of all time is Salt. Thank you. With Angelina Jolie in it.
And she's exactly like an Angelina Jolie version. Like she's another she can play font of Angelina Jolie. Do you know what I mean? Like where they're like extremely beautiful, but like they're
don't fuck with them.
Yeah, don't fuck with them. And then they like flip flop between like being super feminine, but also like not really like that, like there's like a strength about her. I can't explain it, but like it's really, really cool. And then Nicole Kidman's in it.
Just by that cast though, I can tell that they put their budget into that, so I'm gonna watch it for sure.
You should definitely watch it. Pop the balloon.
Wait, you actually started watching it?
I'm actually started, like Sagan told us to watch it.
She loves Pop That Balloon.
And honestly, the reason I like it is because, and I'll say this every single day, I'm so sick and tired of like media's focus being on 19, 18, 22, everybody under 25. Please, dating happens forever and ever and ever. I want to hear people's experiences in their 30s and their 40s and like later in life, you know. So they focus on like real people. People from all walks of life come on that show, and they're like very regular people.
And if you don't know what that is, it's basically like a dating show on YouTube, and it's this one woman that hosts it, and it's a new cast every single time. So a possible contender comes out, and then there's like a lineup of people, and they pop the balloon if they're not attracted to them or don't like what they say.
It gets pretty funny because like sometimes they're like, I don't like your teeth.
I'm like, right? I don't like that too. Like it kind of is just like, like
I get like when people are like, I don't like your outfit,
kinda, you know, embarrassing the other person.
But they're very honest.
Yeah,
they're very
or like I don't like the way your toes come out of the heels.
That's rude.
I said
that's rude.
Oh, are you that?
Because maybe my foot is sweaty and the shoe fits.
Maybe the shoe is small for me.
Maybe it's a bit small.
Yeah,
but they really look at everything, and I don't know. Like I get it. Like an outfit says a lot about your personality. Yeah. So I can understand an outfit.
Yeah, because like some of the guys even lined up. I'm just like, I would not. No, I would not even look at you.
You thought it was okay to come out like this?
Yeah,
that tells me enough about you.
That is so crazy. You know. And then I also kind of don't like the guys who don't have standards. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that they're kind of okay with anyone.
They're okay with anyone or anything. They'll take anything. I'm just like, come on, respect yourself a little bit. Like, you know,
that's a turn off for me. Yeah, like, I like someone. I honestly don't believe that people literally. I think everyone does have like some kind of type that they gravitate towards, and they have like personalities that they gravitate towards. And if I'm not that, please say it out loud. Do not try with me. Like, don't waste my time, kind of thing, you know? So I'm so bored without. I feel empty without.
And you can't get into reality TV. Like like the
I
housewife.
I guess I just should try.
I feel like
I have like no desire.
Yeah, no. You know what? But that was me, and then I started
really,
watching
really
it. Yeah, because I'm just like, what is the hype? What do you guys see in these group of women being feisty drama at their big age too, right?
Yeah,
but.
There's something.
No, it's just kind of cool, like taking a side and like seeing where someone goes wrong and stuff. Yeah, I recommend.
Which one is the best
Atlanta.
One?
Like
because people say
from
Salt
the jump.
Lake.
Salt Lake is good when Jen Shaw was on it, but then she's in prison for life for fraud. Yes, so it gets really crazy.
I didn't know that.
No, she's literally so crazy, and like no, you need to watch it. You actually need to watch it. Salt Lake, start with Atlanta.
What's the other one? Potomac?
Potomac is pretty good too.
Really good
I haven't been watching lately, but it was good in the beginning.
Okay.
But yeah, start with Salt Lake, like season 1, 2, because then after that, Jen Shaw goes to prison. It's not really that entertaining anymore, but
okay.
Yeah.
I will try.
Yeah.
No promises though.
But start with Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay. You have to start with Atlanta because Nene Leakes is something else.
Okay, yeah. She's just like a naturally very, very funny person.
She's so funny.
But like when I have no show, I just rewatched it and it's so bad. Like I really put on Insecure again the other day because
you know what?
The fourth time I'm watching it.
I need to just stop watching it at this point.
Are you watching it again?
No, but I will. Like now that you mentioned, I'm just like, you know what? Why am I not watching that? I kind of love that show.
Kind of love that entire show.
Yeah,
love the whole thing.
I wish it was longer. Like I hate that it ended.
No, she did a great job. Like I get that. I just wish there was something else like it. But
and she really ended like. You know how like series can keep going and it just gets like more boring.
That's what
I'm saying.
But
she ended when it was good. Like
she
she
did a good thing.
And I think that's so important to know when it's time to end something.
Literally,
like,
there's
it's
a lot.
Almost Christmas. I love going to the mall during this time. It's very crowded, but if you go like at 2 p.m.
now
during the weekday, like it's fine. But I went on a Sunday. Oh my gosh! Like people are out here Christmas shopping, starting so early. Yeah, and like I don't know. I'm not really a gift giver, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. Are you? Like, I need to get more in the spirit and like make lists and make gifts for people. Like, give gifts. And
I kind of am. I'm not gonna lie, honestly, especially because I have so many kids in the family. I really like shopping for them.
Yeah. I
don't. So yeah, it's fun, but they're easy to bulk shop for. Like I have like there's like a set of 3 sisters and a set of other siblings and another set of 2 sisters and like I just buy
you go to America for
no,
Christmas?
These are the Canadian ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So for these ones, I just buy them like, and they're young. Well, they're not that young anymore, but now I'll just buy them stuff like matching pajamas or something, which is still fun. Everybody enjoys pajamas, like, you know.
I know, but as kids,
they still like it.
Do they?
Because you know what? I don't get them regular pajamas. Have you seen those like massive like blanket sweaters?
Oh, okay.
I'll get them matching
like
ones
fun
of those.
ones.
Yeah,
okay,
they're very fuzzy and they weren't that expensive. So like I'll get them that or like I don't know, a nail polish set.
I feel like Amazon gift card is like always great, or like a Visa, online Visa card that you can use.
But that's not fun for a kid either to open up a card.
True. Okay, for a kid, actually.
Yeah,
but
for
because I have teen cousins, so they would love that shit. You know,
they will like that.
Yeah.
Like that. For my adults, like the people that are older, any gift card for an adult.
Any gift card, like literally to my local cafe, I will be so happy. Like, just let me go buy a coffee on you.
Or like if I know that they like. For women, everyone likes lotion. Everyone likes a perfume.
A candle.
You know what I mean? A candle. These are gifts that cannot go wrong.
No, you cannot go wrong with a candle.
Literally. So I'll always get them something like that if I don't have, like, if I didn't get them a gift card or something. Yeah. And they're happy. Are you going to have anything? Are you going to have, like, any kind of...
Christmas get together? Yeah, my mom always does one every year. So she's, like, cooking, and they do it for Thanksgiving, too. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking, though? I'm just like... If my mom wants to stop that tradition, who's doing Christmas? Like, it has to be me. I have to carry it on.
It has to be you.
Yeah, and that's kind of what Selena started doing. Like, my mom used to do all the cooking for Thanksgiving and stuff, and everyone would go there. And even for Christmas, too. Christmas has slowly gotten, like, less and less people as,
I hate that.
Families started, like, you know, not really talking to each other as much or whatever. It's really sad because it used to be, like, things that I look forward to every year in my childhood, but now that we're all grown up, it's just like, you know, things happens and it changes.
I hate that so bad. I hate how like life gets like more and more bleak, more
and lonely,
and more
right?
Yeah, more and more you're by yourself.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, like Christmas was such a fiasco in the best way possible. Like we would go over to my aunt's house, and I'm not even joking, maybe like 60 people were there.
No, I think I've seen it once.
Yeah, no, I would literally bring my little friends with me all the time.
Everywhere.
And a lot of them were like shocked at how many people were all together in one place doing gifts and like how intentional and fun it was. And then like as the years go on, it just slowly like doesn't happen anymore. And like families like kind of go into their own little clans. And it's like you really have to push to keep that spirit
and
there.
Selena does a really great job on Thanksgiving for like she cooks everything,
really?
like everything, like mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, turkey, braised beef, like literally all the desserts too, cornbread, cake. There's 2 cakes. She does everything, and I'm like so grateful. Like thank you. You know,
it takes so much. Like you really have so much appreciation for the women who do that.
Yeah.
And then also I feel like when there's young kids, you have like a more of a reason to do it to make them happy. But now that everyone's grown, it's like you guys get it, right? Like, if you guys want to do it, you guys cook it, kind of thing, because they're tired.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think part of it is because we have like younger cousins too.
Yeah.
That, like, that's their memory of like Thanksgiving and Christmas. You know, because I had great memories too. You did too. You know.
Me too.
Yeah.
But things change.
So
I'm trying to like maintain it. Like I'm telling my parents, like I'm definitely the one who's like, okay, like I help them cook, or like I'll help them decorate, whatever. You know, my place is way too small to host all those people. Yeah. So I have to just tell them to do it.
You'll help though.
Yeah, I'll definitely help. I'll definitely help.
So what I wanted to say is on this podcast, guys, we're gonna be really getting into the spirit of Christmas. Next podcast, we're gonna be, wearing our little Christmas sweaters, and I think leading up to Christmas, all the episodes will be very festive, very Christmassy. We're gonna include Christmas "Am I the A-hole" scenarios in every episode. So you guys can get in the spirit with us.
And if you guys have any holiday "Am I the asshole" scenarios or advice questions that are related, please send them to us. And then we'll read them, and we'll just probably, if we can, do like a full episode for like
that would be great. Right? Yeah. CUETHECOMMENTARYPODCAST at gmail.com.
Yes, please
and send your Christmas scenarios from even when you were a kid. If anything happened, just let us know. And like I saw someone send their Halloween costume to us. Did you see?
No.
She sent her costume.
Stop.
And she ate very
down.
Beautiful. Okay,
wait, what's her name? Will she let us know? She say, I just thought to share my Halloween costume
this year. It's giving Trinity
Niobe from the Matrix. What's her name?
So shout out to Mayowa.
Mayowa, we got your email.
Yeah.
You look good as fuck.
You look great.
The bum is bumming.
The body is body, and the hair, everything is great.
Oh wow! I hope you won if there was a competition.
I know, right? So we love when you guys submit things. We literally check them all the time. And okay, let's get into the topics that we want to talk about this episode.
First of all, can we talk about Taylor Swift?
No, we can really start with that.
Because let me tell you guys a quick little stats of Taylor Swift.
Please, the numbers.
In Toronto, okay?
Yes.
So she has had 6 shows in Toronto.
Yeah.
It is already wild for someone to sell out the Rogers Center, right?
Only the greats have ever done that.
No. Only the greats have one. Like they have a weekend, right?
Beyonce.
Like, Drake, things like that. They'll have like a weekend where they have show 2.
Yeah.
She had to sell 6 shows. So all in all, she's selling 240,000 seats. Yeah. And then the estimated amount that she is bringing to the city of Toronto with all these people coming
it's kind of crazy.
Is around, I think it was $280 million.
Yeah.
She is like a tornado of an economy that just comes to every city, brings like hotel goers, restaurant goers, events.
Yep.
There was a major event at the convention center, like Taylor Swift. Like
no, I was downtown for like maybe the third show.
Yeah.
Swifties everywhere. Every store was playing Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Every single store.
Yeah.
The hotel that I was
she
like taking pictures in a hotel.
Yeah.
Every minute there would be another person coming down in their glitter costume, whatever. A group of people taking pictures. They were from Calgary. They were from
they're coming from everywhere,
of Ontario, and spending so much money on hotels, flights, all of this.
No, it's a big deal. It's a humongous
I'm so
deal.
tapped out of this world. Like I was gonna say I don't get it, but I can't.
No, okay,
I can't
and you know
say
what?
that.
You can say that because there's free speech in this country, right?
Yeah,
so like
freedom
you
of
said,
expression. Yeah, like
so,
I said.
So you can say that, and I will say I've been trying to get into Taylor Swift.
You know what though? I was a Swiftie.
Were you?
She wears short skirts.
Okay, no, you can't talk about her first album. Please.
Of course you can. What do you mean?
That is like when we were children.
But that song ate still. Like
she
had some
bangers
bangers when we were kids. Okay,
I remember her like when I was literally
music.
in elementary school. She has some good songs. I won't lie, because of the absolute bombardment on my timeline of Taylor Swift. I said, "Fine."
On the radio. What do you mean everywhere?
I said, "Fine."
Yeah.
I will listen to a few songs.
No, by force.
No, by force. Let me see what this is.
I like the song.
Me at my core, I'm an investigator, right?
Yeah.
So I listened to like a few of her songs. I won't lie, she has some great songs.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what I think it is that hooks people in.
It's
with
the
Taylor
fandom
Swift.
That I don't get. Like the
yes.
Because like it's like foaming over a celebrity. I get, but over her, I don't get. You know what I mean?
Let me try to explain it.
Okay, please explain it, please.
So what I think it is Taylor Swift is a storyteller. She all of her songs kind of play around like someone who is constantly doubted, someone who's never chosen, someone who is never like
it's the insecure
constantly
girl.
Looked over. Yeah, she's the insecure girl who people don't realize but should realize that they are like someone worth love and worth notoriety and all these things, right?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, she sings songs in a way that is
it definitely speaks on feminism. Like that's her whole 100%. Stance,
and,
you know.
And I don't want to say white feminism because she has a lot of non-white fans, but to me,
but the majority,
to me, she is kind of like she really stands for that, and she there's something a little bit like nostalgic about her music too, where it's kind of like
that's
it's just
so
like
true.
A storytelling. It's kind of not childish, but there is something that's like simple and like very listenable about her music. So I feel like that's how she's gotten like generation after generation after generation. Like she has,
because when you look at
like
the crowd, it's
and
little
teens,
girls, teens, adult women, like. Everyone was coming to see her.
She clearly is reaching someone.
The masses.
Yeah,
yes.
like she's talking to somebody's spirit.
Yeah.
And it's these girls who maybe don't feel seen in other music. But in her music, she represents all of them.
Yeah.
I don't want to diss her anymore because I get it. Like everyone's
we're not dissing.
No, but everyone disses her. Like everyone's like, oh, but there's nothing compared to Beyonce. Da, da, da. Okay, we have to end that conversation because we know
two different things.
We're not saying
she's not a performer.
No. And people are not. But they would say that she is.
I don't think she's a performer.
I
don't like her dance moves, and I don't think she has like good coordination. Like I just don't see her as a good dancer.
I don't see it either. But
I think I can do a better job. I swear to God. If you give me a fucking mic, I can literally do what she does 10 times better.
But they don't want to hear you. They want to hear her.
I'm just saying, I'm not a dancer, but she's been doing this for so long.
She's not a dancer either, but there's something about even, I think, the way that she dances wrong that speaks to people. I swear, like she is chosen to be the representative for a lot of women who have like maybe didn't get the boy, they didn't get to be chosen for the play, or they didn't get, so like, you know what I mean? And she like speaks to them and kind of
even
like,
that song, the She Wears Shorts,
it's
that
always
song
a comparison,
I love from her,
you know?
Always, like she's not good enough. You know?
But she should realize that, like someone should realize that she is actually good enough, but you're just being hidden for some reason. Or there's like there is a lore behind it, and I'm trying to get it. And then the more I listen, she does have bangers. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
like Lover. I love the song Lover.
I have never heard of that. I need to hear it.
Listen, I'll tell you what to listen to after. But it's
even
like,
I was gonna say like that fandom carries on to her romantic relationships and her influence, like that Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
That whole thing, like how his career just, I mean, he was already a good football player, but like it's the attention that he's getting from different audiences that were never paying attention to this man before she started dating him, you know? Like that influence is actually really, really crazy.
No, she like is moving like she is this generation's Michael
People
Jackson.
were
I hate to say it. Like, sorry. She is.
No, you're not.
Have you seen
back.
No.
Take that the fuck
I will
back.
not.
Take it back.
Bro, the presidential escort to her place. Have you? Let me tell you guys something from anyone who's not from Toronto. The Gardiner Expressway.
No, we'll insert clips, guys.
No.
We'll insert because it's ridiculous. They were putting homeless people up in hotels for her because they wanted to make it look cleaner for tourists
and safety for the concert goers. Yeah, which is like I've never heard of that.
No. What do you mean?
Where did the space
actually get harassed every day on the street?
No, I thought we had no space, Toronto. Like what happened? They said there was nowhere to put them.
Yeah.
They automatically found space. Got it.
They found it.
No, so
you know we figured something out.
She had an escort on the Gardiner Expressway, which is arguably one of the most busiest and jam-packed highways in this city. And I don't even think the queen moves like how she moves. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's giving, there's no one comparable. Like, who is touching her? And then on top of that, I do feel like country, like she touches country music too. Yeah. So that country fandom is heavy. Like, I think people really love, and that too, you know, country music kind of eats too.
Oh yeah, we know you've been really music. Tuned into country music.
Mm-hmm. They have good stuff. I'm not gonna lie. They be singing good.
I'm so tapped out. I didn't even know she's coming to Toronto, and I didn't even know about any of this until I was taking pictures in that hotel, and I'm like, why are people dressed like this?
What's
like,
what sparkles coming from?
And then I see like the bracelets, like people are putting the signs and stuff. I'm like, what's going on, Selena? Yeah. And she's like, it's the Taylor Swift show, and she told me all the stats, 6 shows, the $280 million. I said, what is going on? Like, I did not know any of this because I literally don't care for her. I'm sorry. Like, I don't, you know?
There's a lot of different
I'm just like, wow. Yeah, no, No, but something this big in Toronto, the city that I live in. Yeah. You know, you should probably know about
the only reason I know is because I follow a few influencers who got taken to the event, like with different brands. Yeah. And then, so, you know, those girls who went, some girls, like some of the influencers, and I can't even imagine how their followers who also love Taylor Swift feel when they're going to like 3 of the 6 shows.
Tickets are like $3,000 if you were to buy them that like day or like it's a couple days
crazy.
Before.
It's literally crazy how much money people are spending. They're spending thousands of dollars. And then the sad part is like there's a lot of moms who are trying to buy tickets for their kids and then getting scammed.
I saw that.
And they're getting scammed out of thousands of dollars. And sorry, why didn't you buy it on a regular website?
The scammers scam like $250,000 in sales from Swifties, which is crazy. And we see people on TikTok crying about their experience getting scammed, and they're like, there's no show for us. Can you imagine? That's actually so sad.
Especially if you're like a mom
all
who
year
like,
for
saved
this?
A lot of money, like $3,000, $4,000, so that you can take your daughters out or like, you know, take them and surprise them to see Taylor Swift.
I know.
And then
you're at the gate.
Tickets are not working.
These tickets are not viable.
That's crazy.
And imagine you like come from outside of Toronto for this. You know,
bro, I know
everything,
a girl who
like,
came from Halifax.
Yeah,
that's the other side.
Yeah, because Taylor's not going there.
No, why?
You have to come here.
No, you have to come here.
Yeah.
So she flew out. She bought like she probably spent like $10,000.
Oh,
or something, because her tickets were good. She got like floor seats.
Shit.
She got really, really good seats, and then on top of that, the hotels that she's spending, she spent like 3 nights here, and she stayed at the Fairmont.
Oh,
and,
shit.
Like, yeah, like she's spending money. You know what's crazy? She could be listening to our podcast.
That's an insane thought.
No, but like you just never know who's listening. You know what I mean?
No, I know,
like,
I know. But
a lot of people, you never know.
If in the same way we're so tapped out from her, I think she's so tapped out from Black culture, like Black media.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think she's gonna.
That fascinates me, like how separate.
Yeah, these worlds are.
These like different worlds, like Black media, white media. Yeah. You know, like there's so like that just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Because the amount of Black people who do not know a damn one song from Taylor Swift. She could walk past them on the street and they wouldn't really care. Yeah. Like literally.
Wow, we saw a throwback clip too. The Hills, yeah.
Bro, the Hills, if you guys remember.
If you were old enough.
Yeah.
You know, if you were old enough to see that. Yeah, so there was this huge controversy. This is before social media, okay, guys?
Literally.
Huge controversy on Heidi Montag. It was, I remember Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag, they were this like couple who
they're still together.
Yeah, they're still,
that's amazing.
which is crazy.
Which means they really love each other.
Yeah.
That's like
and
what,
they work
15
well together.
Years? Mm-hmm. That's a long fucking time.
Yeah,
maybe more.
Especially in Hollywood, these relationships.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
as long as they
and she looks good now.
Yeah, does she really?
Yeah, I think I saw a video of her recently, and she looks pretty good.
Yeah, but at the time it was groundbreaking.
That
literally
is
what she did because she got like, I'm pretty sure 6 different surgeries in one setting, one session. She got like her chin shaved. She got her face. She got a facelift. I think she was like 25 or 26 or something like that. She got her boobs done. She got her back shaved. There was so many other. She got her nose job too. Like
she got filler.
The recovery for that.
Yeah.
Did you just wake up like feeling like a bus hit you? Like probably. What? That is crazy. And then there was like this huge suspicion to how she looks. Because I remember even on magazines and stuff at grocery stores, that would be the header. Her picture would be the header. And there would be like a huge question mark for her after photo too.
Yeah, because they kept it a secret. Yeah. They wanted it to be like a massive reveal because
it was.
They left it off as like, oh, she's getting all this work done. What will she look like after?
Yeah.
And I think at that time there was so much more like shame around cosmetic work and like
no one was open about it
no one was open about it and it was very much like she's a blonde bimbo who only cares about how she looks like and here she is getting her boobs done to get even bigger, like, you know, like and they were making fun of her heavy.
And it was her age too, and also like the group of girls that she was around too. I feel like they were very natural. Even her, she was a very natural girl.
Yeah, she was very pretty too before, but she's still pretty after. And the one that killed me is when she goes to her mom's house, and her mom literally breaks down in tears, which is fair because her mom is also from a different generation, is not used to that, and your daughter goes to Hollywood, then comes back one day with a completely different face. Yeah,
like she looked completely different. She got her teeth done too, and her mom
she
starts
got money
down.
And went straight to the fucking doctor.
You know, it was free. She did not even pay.
She probably did not
She got
pay.
these services for free.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
But
the doctor really allowed it too. Like, that's on the doctor's part to be like, he should have been like, let's start off with this amount. Like, you know, let's start slow and then we can do like the rest later. But he did it all in one.
Doctors are not they want
money,
like,
or
especially
attention,
especially if it's with a
business.
celebrity. And The Hills at the time was such a crazy show.
It was huge.
It was very huge. But no, a lot of those throwback shows, like when you just look at the difference in how much culture has progressed, and what we accept, and we're just totally. It's just normal.
Even Kylie
normal.
Jenner and lip filler.
Are you kidding me?
We get this shit like every year. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's so normal now, you know?
Kylie got like an entire face surgery. She got like a reconstruction.
That's not
of
Kylie
some
anymore.
Sort.
Yeah,
she looks way too different.
Media was a horrible time back when we were growing up.
Speaking
of how
did
they even allow that shit? What?
Literally. Speaking of that, did you hear that America's Next Top Model?
Oh my God! What a great transition!
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Wait. I actually didn't hear this. What do you mean? America's Next Top Model is having
No, they're gonna have a documentary.
A documentary.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think the ex-contestants are gonna come out and talk about their experience on that godforsaken show.
You know what?
Because
Selena loved that show, but I just couldn't really get into it.
I loved America's Next Top Model. Are you fucking kidding me? Tyra got away with actual murder. Like, she literally was shaving girls' heads.
I seen that episode.
She was telling them to do blackface. She would put them in the most like insane situations. Like, the clips that come back that resurface now of her, like, the one that kills me is when she cosplays as a homeless person.
Okay, I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, she's on the street panhandling.
Not only did she have America's Next Top Model, she had her own talk show too.
Which she was also out of pocket in a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think nobody could stop you if you were famous at the right time, you know? And she really had it. You can tell she had a big chip on her shoulder.
You know why though? Because there was no there was no social media.
Nobody's
there was no one commenting or saying, "Hey, this is wrong," or
it's just they put the media out there and nobody says a word after. Literally.
No. Can you imagine how peaceful that is? Like, you can just move however the fuck you want to move.
You did nothing wrong.
Yeah. And then it comes back to bite you 10 years later or 15 years later.
What a nightmare for her.
Isn't that crazy?
She's probably shaking in her fucking boots.
And like,
right
I
now.
seen her walking the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and people were just like laughing at her because now she's considered like the plus size one because she gained weight after making fun of women for being over a certain amount of weight. Like,
do you remember though, on her talk show, she had like a very groundbreaking episode where she was like, she brought up pictures of paparazzi that people took of her, and she's like, "Kiss my fat ass!" Like, I was like, "Yes, Tyra," because she was at most a size 12. Like, she was really not that big.
Yeah,
but
that's what they considered big at the
size
time.
12. You're fucking humongo.
I don't even know how the paparazzi or like the media publishers, whatever, were able to edit the photos to make them look fat and then publish it. So it's like, it's not even real time photos. They edit it. They FaceTime or not Facetune, Photoshop them to make it look bigger.
Really?
So you don't remember? Like, these were edited. No, that's actually so crazy because. Don't try to gaslight me. Yeah. I know I don't look like that.
Literally. There was so many shows around the idea of you being an ugly fatso. Like, in this world. Do you remember Ugly Betty and even The Devil Wears Prada? Like, all these shows where it's like, they have braces or glasses and now they're the ugliest person that could ever, you know what I mean? They get no respect.
Yeah.
And then they prove that they're like smart, and then they finally get the people's respect.
Or they had this like transformation and then they're bad, and then like people start treating them better, and like it's that whole like literally plot twist on the show or movie.
The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah,
it's so crazy. Like the early 2000s up to like 2010. We were
even saying like Big Fat Loser was another show where people lose a certain, like, it's a workout show for obese people to lose weight, but even the title. Big Fat Loser is crazy. And the way they were talking, like the personal trainers talking to these
really watched that
people,
show.
They were like yelling at them like very aggressively. And I'm pretty sure calling them names and shit, like, you know, calling them fatty or whatever. Like,
was this allowed on TV? Yes. Like, why are you yelling in my face? No, there's a clip on The Office where this guy is trying to lose a lot of weight, right? and the guy's like yelling at him, and he's like, "This is not effective for me. Like, this doesn't work."
That's the thing.
You calling me a fat ass is not gonna make me run faster. Like, really, I promise. Not. So please.
Yeah, no, crazy how they allowed that to go on TV, and like even like what not to wear. Is that
What
show?
Not to Wear was the craziest show because they actually let's talk about it, because they not only did all of your family reveal themselves as your ops, right? Because they all submitted, "Hey, we have this family member. She looks like a fucking mess. Can you please help her?" Like that's
and the way they would like throw out like clothes that were meaningful to them. They're like, "Nah, you don't need it." Like, no, my grandma gave it to me. Nah, you don't fucking need this shit.
They would literally get like clips of them. Yeah. Like they were like surveying them. Like they would have like hidden
cameras
of them, and they're just walking on the street. Imagine someone took a video of you walking on the street and you had no idea. You would probably look so bad. Like you would look so bad. And then they would post it like, look how ugly you are. Yeah. Is this how you want to be in the world? Do you think this is what you want your children to see? I will say though, Stacey really ate with her one gray hair. I used to want that. I said she looks so cool.
I wanted to talk about, you remember that show Extreme Home Renovations or Home Makeovers, whatever?
With Ty.
Yes.
In one day, they finish like in 7 days or something. They send the family off.
Yes, they send the family off and then they give them
a brand new house.
Yeah. So there's actually a thing that came out that said the people who got these renovations couldn't afford their house anymore.
Stop.
So they ended up moving or homeless because they can't afford the property tax on their new property.
I thought they would have covered
exactly. No. So they were like really in debt after. Isn't that so crazy?
That's insane. I did not know
I said,
that.
what a plot twist. And I feel so bad for these families because, I'm getting all this, but you also have to, like spend more. You have to keep up with
I make $40K a year. Why are you giving me this $1 million?
Yeah, you have to keep up with it, which is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, that's like, crazy. That's actually insane.
Yeah. And there's like, oh, it's up to you now.
No, there was a lot of shows, especially TLC. If you want to go about, like, watching shows that were literally the most politically incorrect, the most non-PC, like, it was
Toddlers and Tiaras.
Yeah. It was very weird. And those universes still exist.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff just like to me is the most fascinating thing, where there's like these little niche universes that I have no clue about, but they're very serious. The people involved. And Toddlers and Tiaras, like the whole pageant world for children, is probably one of those.
Yeah. The thought of like putting makeup on a toddler is insane to me.
No,
like
the thought of making my toddler parade in front of judges to get voted, like to get ranked. Why would I
do that to them?
Why would I literally traumatize them like that?
Is it worth the money? Is it worth the $900? And that's how you know this is from the narcissistic parent trying to live through their daughter, and like they don't care what it gives.
And then so they want their kids
or they wish they could have done it.
Yeah,
and they didn't get the
that.
chance to.
It's definitely weird. There's so many more positive, healthy ways to put your kid out there.
We can even talk about John and K + 8.
I don't know enough about
you
that.
You didn't watch it?
I never watched the show.
The way I wanted every single one of those kids. I thought they were so cute.
Yeah, they were very cute kids.
But now they're not together, like John and Kate. But on the show, she would always slap him and like demean him
so much.
Oh, she hated him so much.
She hated him so much.
I was just like, no wonder they're not together. Like, you know what I mean? And the kids coming out saying that like she literally abused one or two of the kids, like that she didn't really mess with a lot.
That's very sad.
As a mom, that's crazy.
No, but I think it happens when you have a lot of kids.
I can see that.
It can happen when you have a kid that's not good. Or like doesn't listen as
from the rest or whatever.
They get ostracized. They get punished more. Yeah, it seems very dark. Like they treated that one boy really bad.
Colin. Yeah. And there's two older twins and then there's sextuplets. And so the two older twins, one of the girls even came out and said like she wants to live with the dad, like because the mom is crazy and like maybe abused her too, or maybe had a favorite twin at the time,
That's sad.
But on the show she was always so stressed. I mean, I get it. Like toddlers running around, you're hearing mom 80 times a day, and like even the way she cleaned and stuff, like she was doing too much.
Yeah.
She was insane. Like if you watch back an episode, you would be like, how did they even allow this to be on TV? Like she's so toxic and causing this on her little kids too. Like,
that's so not fair.
And he would be like, stop slapping me. Like he was just there and she would just slap him again. Like no, it was really bad.
Yeah.
Like
and when the cameras are off, you don't know how she's treating
them. This is on camera.
Yeah,
like,
this is on camera. Yeah. So speaking of John and Kate + 8, should we talk about the gender disappointment? Did you see that video I sent you?
Did we finish the Tyra though? The documentary.
The Tyra there's a documentary
we're just waiting for the documentary
and I cannot wait.
We're waiting for the documentary, the Tyra Banks documentary, because I know
not surviving Tyra Banks.
I know this girl. I want to know her sign.
Tyra Banks.
Is she a Gemini? Because I just know there's two sides to her. I know that she can get really fucking crazy, and then she can be like, very calm and professional. I feel like she's a fire or a Gemini.
Do you want to guess what she is? I'm gonna guess she's
Aries.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna guess she's a Leo, but she could like throw us a weird one and be like a
Gemini
Cancer
or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it?
Eek! Okay. Let's see. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh, okay. She is a fire. She's a Sagittarius.
Oh,
that's close to a Leo.
Yeah.
And what did you say?
Aries too.
Yeah, they're all the same. Fire. Yeah. Oh, Moon in Aries.
Moon in Aries. That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
The way she blows up.
Yeah, let's see her actual astro
chart. We're all rooting for you.
For
like
real.
That was kind of crazy too. Like,
yeah,
relax.
Sun, Sagittarius, Moon in Aries, and her ascendant is in Cancer. But yeah, she has very little air, and zero. Oh no, she has Venus in Capricorn, but very little air, very little earth. She needs something to ground.
She needs to be grounded. Like,
touch fucking grass.
Yeah,
literally. You know, this is my favorite thing to do is to like Google people's birth charts.
Yeah, no,
literally.
I do that too.
People who are like nuts, I'm like, what the fuck is your chart? Yeah. And I look at it.
I need to stop guessing Gemini all the time. Like,
that's such an old, like,
I know.
Like, free the Geminis. They're actually not bad people.
I know.
So there was this girl. Did you watch the video? You want to explain it?
I saw the video. I saw so we talked about this before too. It was an Am I the A-hole scenario where the mom didn't allow the dad in the birth room, in the delivery room, because he wasn't excited that he was getting another girl instead of another boy. He wanted a boy when they already had one boy.
Oh, okay.
Remember? So she didn't allow him in the delivery room. And then I mentioned the point of like, what if you wanted to stop at 2?
Yeah.
What if you just wanted a girl and a boy? And then now you have to try again for the boy.
Yeah.
Like, you
and
know?
what if you just get another girl?
Like, can you imagine? I just see boy mom for me. I don't know why.
Really? I see
and
that
watch
for
me
you
get
too.
3 girls or 4 girls. Like, would just watch me get that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just see boy mom so much, and I do really want a son too.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
you want boys.
I do want boys more than I want girls.
Really?
Yeah. I'd love to have both.
For me, do you see me as a girl?
I see
mom?
girl.
Really?
I see girl.
Thank you so much. I think that's such a compliment.
Yeah.
I want to be a girl mom so bad, but then again, what if I get all boys? Maybe I'm
that's
the
thing.
Boy mom.
So let me shut up. Let me stop speaking that into.
But
yeah.
you know what I mean? I do see you as a boy mom too. I see you with boys for sure. Yeah, I actually do.
So I don't know. I can kind of like, and especially as like a woman, you want that like mother-daughter bond, and as a man, you want that father-son bond as well. So this girl on TikTok was saying that she's kind of disappointed about her gender reveal of her getting another. Was it another girl? Another boy.
Yeah.
Because she wants a daughter.
She wanted a girl so bad. So
and
she already has 2.
Yeah, this is her third
and she has
baby.
2 boys. And so she's like, she wasn't expecting to get pregnant. So when she finds out, she's like, fuck, like, if this is a boy, I'm going to be really sad. Because when she found out the second one was a boy, she was devastated.
Yeah.
And then some people in the comments were kind of like, you should just be grateful that you have a baby, and you should just be grateful that they're healthy. And that's very fair. But I will say, like, what if your like spirit really wanted a daughter?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's like,
no, I can definitely understand that. What do you mean? This is my life. Like, these are my children.
And
like,
I want to
experience a
connect
daughter.
with a daughter. A daughter is different than a son. And like if you're a mom, like you have like so much more in common with a daughter. You know. And then even if you, or the other way around too. What if you really wanted a son and like you never had brothers or whatever, and you really wanted to experience like a young baby boy?
Yeah, I know of families who really wanted a daughter.
Yeah.
Or like really wanted a son, and they are like 4 kids in.
Yeah.
Right. And
yeah.
like, just
at that
by
point,
the
you're
look,
just destined.
Yeah,
that's
like,
it. You were meant to have
honestly,
only boys.
In this economy too,
Yeah.
I'm like, can you guys stop trying?
Yeah,
like, no offense, but like, please stop trying.
Yeah.
But they got the daughter. They got the girl. Yeah, their 5th try. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that happens all the time. I feel like a lot of people I know only have 3 kids because they were really hoping for the next gender to come out, and then they just didn't get it.
Yeah.
Then they gave it up, and they're like, okay, I guess I'm supposed to be 3 daughters.
And like, even watching, because like my sister works at a daycare, so even watching how different boys are from girls,
so different.
As kids especially. You know what? Maybe I don't want sons, because like now, let me stop saying that. They are crazy though.
Yeah.
Like they're like a tornado.
Yeah.
They won't stop talking. Very destructive. They're always fighting each other too.
Yeah.
But then you see the girls, like, it's literally night and day. Like they're
so
just
different.
Yeah, they're literally in their kitchen, like little toy kitchen, just like talking so, you know, politely.
They're so,
and
like,
you know, like they're very, very different. Obviously you do have those tomboy girls too that you know, are really aggressive and stuff, but for the most part, night and day.
They're
and
so,
like, I want to experience both.
They're very exactly. I would ideally like to experience both, but if I was in a situation where I was like, can only have one, I'd be like, okay,
give me a girl.
Give me a girl. I don't know, but like, again, it's like completely not up to me.
You know what I love though? Like, why I really want a son? I just want to see them with a fade. Like, you know, the when little boys have a haircut, and then like a little hat too. Like, why do you have a fade?
But
like, you're a little
so cute about a little boy, and then boys like adore their moms. So if you have a house full of boys, you're just gonna be adored.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to dress my kid too.
Absolutely.
Like,
and but when boys get when girls get older, I think it gets more challenging.
Yeah.
In different ways. Like, I think raising both, they're so different. You know, like they need so many different things from you.
That's so true.
They're so different.
Because I'm pretty sure a boy won't really care what he wears or like anything like that, but the girls would probably want to dress like a princess. Or
yeah,
like,
a lot of things.
You know,
guys like to dress like Spider-Man.
But that's it. I think.
Yeah.
Like they're fit. Just
some
get the one costume.
They're good.
That's it.
I literally have like Daniel. He
That's
was
what I'm
Spider-Man for
talking
like
about.
7 years in a row.
No,
Literally,
he loves Spider-Man. They have one thing that they love and they stick with it. You know.
I feel like gender disappointment should be like more understood, or like people should have more empathy towards it, because it's like, I really want to have this kid, and you have a kid, like you actually will like. You only have them as a kid for a little bit. Yeah. You know what I mean? You really have them as like they say after 12. That's it. Like, you don't spend as much time with your kids anymore. They become independent. They have other people in their lives. They have friends. They have programs that they have to go to and all this stuff. And then they don't need you literally after like a decade. And then the rest of your connection with your child is in their adult life. Like, you're thinking long term. So
there's so many things. There's even culturally too, like to carry the name down, you know, like having a son for that reason.
That's not
obviously we don't, because like culturally we don't really care, but other cultures are very heavy on that, and they will do whatever they need to do to get that son.
That's sad. That one is more sad, because then they literally, and then you notice girls.
You notice how well they're being treated, or you know what I mean.
Meanwhile, to me, I think the opposite. I think girls are like magical little. There's something so precious. Like, obviously boys too, but there's something so precious about a little girl that is like. Because you like, just girldom and womanhood and all that is so beautiful, and like
and the way they think, you know, too, like how deeply they can think.
They're
like,
very,
they're very
emotional. They're
like
very emotional. I think that's something I find is like
beautiful.
Yeah, it's like they're just little magical things. My mom always says it to me, and it's like, okay, not too much, because you have a son too. She's just like, you're the special one. Like, she always says that, because
honestly, same. My mom was like, I never wanted a son. Like, she's like. She's
the way she can openly say it too.
I hate boys. Like, I'm like, okay, relax, girl.
That's
like,
so funny.
Yeah, she's like, I was so happy when they told me you were a girl. Like, I only ever wanted girls. Yeah. I'm like, okay, period. You got what you wanted.
Yeah, you got what you wanted.
Like,
I love that for her.
Yeah, and my dad wanted to keep going to get a son.
Yeah,
but no, she's like, no, I'm done. I'm not doing that no more.
Me and my mom, like, for when I was young, my mom, and like, she wasn't working as much, so we spent so much time together, and now it's romanticized in my head. Like, all we used to do was like, we were like on the Danforth and the beaches, like all the time. We're getting coffee. My mom, all we used to do was go shopping. Yeah, like,
and this is before Noah came.
Before Noah came, like, when we were young. Even when Noah was like really, really young.
Yeah,
we literally put him away, and we would go.
No,
I swear. So it's like, there's something fun about that. I don't know. Yeah, for sure. So it makes me want to have that too.
How do you feel about kids? Like, do I
want kids? Yeah,
I
think I do want kids, but like, I'm getting more used to the idea that I'm just going to be a very old mom. Yeah. That's really it. Because I'm already 28 now, and I feel like I still have some more life to live, like, without children.
Same.
You know, like, there's a few, I feel like once I travel, like, a few more countries, I think I'll be okay. Yeah. And then also financially. But then I have, like, a friend who had a kid not long ago, and she's like, everyone's so scared about financial when it comes to a kid, but you have to just do it, because you'll
figure it out. It's kind of like moving out. Like, you're scared, like, am I going to be able to afford? You just figure it out. Like,
yeah.
You
and
gotta,
especially if you have family around you, she's like, they will give you everything.
Yeah.
She's like, I haven't paid for anything, literally. Like, her family, all of the families come together. They pour into them. Yeah. They give them, like, the strollers and the diapers. And she's like, other than diapers, literally, everything is fine.
Yeah. Even traveling, too. You can bring that little person with
you
like,
totally can. You know? And you'll sort it out. You'll find it out.
And it'll be even nicer because you can share it with your kids, too, you know?
That too. I mean, you can't be, like... It's just different. I know. Because, bro.
No, I was on vacation and I had to edit this part out of the vlog, my Mexico vlog, because, like, I don't know, I just don't want people talking about it. But I was just like, if I had a kid here, I cannot be getting drunk.
That's what I'm saying.
With my man right now.
Bro, like,
I cannot be on my 5th fucking passion fruit mojito. What do you mean? I have to take care of this person.
But you can't be drunk.
Even I don't want to be tipsy because I don't know, I can get, like, kind of stupid when I'm, like, even any alcohol in me, like, you know, not stupid, but, like, I want to be responsible.
Yeah,
and, like,
as responsible as possible.
Yeah,
in another
I just want to
country,
be aware, you know, like, I cannot.
Because
I'm just like, damn, like, that's
I need those
gun.
memories so that I can hold on to them forever. Yeah. Because me in Brazil, guys, drunk every second. And when I say, like, the bliss I was feeling outside, tits swanging, guys.
Swanging is crazy.
Okay, let me tell you.
We're not going to say that.
Why not? Because they were. And they are all the time. Okay?
Yeah.
So not only like
I
one
can
thing
go on
about,
and on
you need
about
to go to
this.
Brazil because listen, one, the body positivity, and then the free flowing alcohol everywhere. So it was just really like.
And these are from like little vendors on the beach, like these independent stores that you're buying alcohol
I was just
from.
getting these Caprianas and I was just drinking them all the time, and I was just free flowing, sitting like this.
Yeah.
Not a care in the world.
That's the thing.
Not a care.
When I go on vacation, I don't want to care about anything. That's the whole point of a vacation. And like you watch these moms on vacation, and you can't even go in the ocean because he might go in the ocean and drown. Like you have to literally be right beside them the whole time.
All it takes is 1 second too. Literally.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know. I used to really want kids, like, even a couple years ago. But now that I'm getting older, I'm like, I don't know. I kind of like my selfish little life. Like, you know? Yeah.
Do you think you don't want kids?
I think as I get older, like, when I'm 32, 33, I'm going to be like, oh, shit, I kind of, like, I feel like I have to. Like, you know, yeah. But, like, right now, the answer is no.
No, I totally get that. And I feel like right now I'm really appreciative of, like, being, like, living on my own, like having like this just financial, like I'm okay.
About me, like, you know?
I'm so selfish. I can sleep in at 10 until 10 o'clock, and I swear to God, there's not a day that goes by where I do not express mentally how grateful I am that I swear to God, I swear, because I'm like, this is like a moment that will pass. This will not be my life forever. There will be a time where I cannot live this luxuriously.
You're gonna hear mommy,
no, literally,
like shut up.
Like this is luxury, by the way. Like. We don't live in a luxury whatever, but
you know what's
this kind of life?
You know what's so crazy?
What?
You're gonna think it's really stupid. But you have a cat now, so you might understand.
Your baby?
No. So like whenever I go on vacation, I drop my cats off to my mom a couple of days before. And the bliss that I experience, because I have 2 cats, so I'm cleaning poo, pee, throw up. You know, like I'm like cleaning up after these cats. God, I
forgot about throw up.
Making sure they don't go in my room. Like all of these things, closing the bathroom door, and I didn't have to do any of those things when they weren't here. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yeah, I totally get why the moms just want to drop the kid off to grandma's and just like, you know what I mean? Like, having no responsibility is really so fun. Because right now, the sound of another child crying.
No, I get
or
that
like,
too.
If I smell their poo or pee or whatever, like, don't throw
kids
up on me, like,
gross.
please.
No, they're actually dirty and stinky.
Quite gross.
Yeah,
like, you know?
For sure. And I get why there's some people who are like, I don't like kids, but I like my kids.
Yeah. Yeah, and I get the child-free thing too, like them being kind of upset
I get it.
about like, you know, like their decision, like this is me. I said I don't want children, and that's the life that I want to live. But like when other people either try to like change their mind or like even like try to put their responsibilities on them, you know what I mean? Like I can see how frustrating that can be, because no, I chose this life for a reason to not have any of those or to even think about a child, like, you know.
I have an aunt who's child free.
Same.
And she's a little older. Well, it's not. She looks amazing. She's like so beautiful. She like I was asking her, I'm like, were people like really on your fucking ass about that shit? And she's like, yes. Like it was the most annoying thing ever. But she's like, I've always known.
I think I know which aunt you're talking about. She knew she didn't want kids.
She never wanted kids.
Really?
Ever. Yeah. She one time kicked me in my face. Like she's been like so anti-children. Wait. Like it was. I was being an annoying kid when I was a kid. I was like tickling her feet, like tickle. Like I was like, she kicked me in my face, and then she didn't even apologize.
That's crazy.
Like, that's what you fucking get.
No.
She's like, I'm better off as an aunt. Trust me. Like she's so
just
funny.
Let me have a drink. Period.
No, she's so. All she does is smile. Actually,
no, I've never seen anyone happier. Honestly.
People who know they don't want children,
like, the responsibility, it's not only like looking after these kids, it's looking after yourself and your household and everything. It's your upkeep, like
emotional thing too.
Yes.
It's not about.
I can't keep. Sorry.
What?
No, because again, to talk about my cats, I'm sorry, but I was on a walk with Selena. Yesterday, like the other day. I ordered a chocolate drink from Tim Hortons in the morning, and then I went on this walk, right? And I left the chocolate drink on my table.
Right.
The way I had to run home from I literally sprinted home because the cats are going to eat it and die.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Because it's chocolate. And like, I don't know. It's just like, just the always thinking about them. Like, you know, your kids, and I don't have kids, so I always have to talk about my cats. But I know I'm going to be because I already have so much anxiety around my pets and like things that they can eat or whatever. The way I'm going to overthink for my own kid.
Yeah.
Like it's going to give my own mom, like, you know, like, cause she's the same way. Like, I get
it. Like, how could crazy. You not always be thinking about their safety?
How can you
like,
not?
Are they okay?
You know, especially knowing how crazy this world is. Yeah, like,
but I really want to speak about Eleanor Wood.
Oh yeah,
which is a really big deal.
Yeah, it was a huge deal.
I think it was literally like, wow,
we need more people
actually
like
cares and is not like only thinking about themselves, which is like, okay, so Eleanor Wood is a TikTok creator. I think she's on Instagram as well. And she was invited by, do you know the brand?
She didn't mention
the brand, no, right? Okay, she got invited to an influencer trip, like a branded trip, where there was about 56 other influencers. Yeah. And she went through the list of people who are coming, and she's like, there is not one black person on this list.
Or person of color.
She said black person, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm sure she meant maybe person of color, but like she was like, she said it was all white creators. So, yeah, so she said it was an all white creator brand trip. And she reached out back to the brand and said, hey, I realized there's no other, people of color coming on this trip. And they had replied to her and said that, like, out of the list of people, like, it just happens to be, like, it wasn't intentional. It just so happens to be that there are no POC on this trip. So she said, okay, well, I would like to give up my seat, and hopefully you guys can replace me with a person of color, because you guys obviously need to fucking diversify. Like, this is ridiculous.
56
out of 50.
Okay.
You're telling me that there is not one spot that can be taken up by a these brands are actually,
even one. I'm side-eyeing you, because just imagine their group picture or whatever.
Absolutely.
What the fuck? Like, no,
but that tells me that brand is actually okay and actually prefers not to have any people of color like associated with that brand, and they don't want them to come to their page, because every brand knows that one brand picture that you're gonna post where they go on that trip, which they will, it's gonna be like, hello, why is there no color on this page?
I can't wait to see which brand it was.
I want to see.
It's gonna happen. The trip is gonna happen.
Yeah. So her spot was not even her original spot. Someone had dropped out and then opened up. Yeah, a guy, but a white male. A white male dropped out and opened up the space, and then she ended up getting the invitation. And then she said, "Well, I'm not coming if you guys have no plans of being inclusive." Yeah. And I just think that is so groundbreaking, so selfless, and it might even like hurt her in a way to publicly announce that she's not going to places where there's no diversity. And I think her taking that step is just like, it's the kind of
courageous
change. Yeah, because it's the kind of change that we need and help that we need from the white creators. Yeah. Because it's only ever POC and black people saying like, hey, we want to be included. Hey, we want to be included. And it's like the white people just kind of stay in their own universe, like in their own world, and it doesn't really concern them because they're getting invitations, they're getting opportunity, they're getting, you know what I mean? Like
more for them.
It's more for them. Yeah. It's literally more for them anyway. So someone from that side coming in and getting an opportunity, turning it down and saying, I really hope you guys can reconsider and put someone else in here that is POC, is like when I say I can clap, thank you so much.
And for her to come on the internet
and then also
say this,
still put herself up, and like, give herself, like, you know what I mean, like exposing herself to tell people what happened. Crazy.
And it's clearly a huge brand trip. 56
people is a lot of people.
So yeah, we're gonna
it's a worldwide trip too. Like it's people, it's creators from different parts of the world. So
that's a huge point.
That's
a really big point.
That's the part that makes it even more shocking and hard to believe that you guys could not find one POC
in any of these major cities or where, like shut the fuck up. And
please.
It's 2024. That's how you know they have an all white.
That's what it is. Like the people who work there
are all white
and
too.
The people who are recruiting, they're all white, and so that's
a problem in and of itself.
That is the issue, because the people who recruit, they will recruit people who they consume. Yeah, and white recruiters tend to probably create people who they relate to, which are other white creators. Yeah. So the way diversity works is it has to start inside. It has to be internal. Yeah. You have to be hiring not just only white people. It's just so crazy to me that this is still happening. I don't know. I think a lot of brands have an image in mind that they love, and they're very carefully selective about the other people they allow in their space to get opportunity. And then even if other creators do get opportunity, the pay disparity is ridiculous.
No, we've talked about this before, like,
and we will still talk about it because
it's an everyday thing that we see. We go to events, but the events that we do go to, like
those ones are
Toronto events, like they're doing really well. Like
the ones we've been to, the ones we've been invited to. That's it. And they're inviting us because that's what it is. And the thing is, the ones that we do get invited to, they have POC on their team. Yeah, and the people, and we've spoken to people on these teams who have told us they consume us, they watch our stuff, and that's why we're there. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it really is just a circle. Yeah. Constantly about who they watch and who's on the team, who's gonna reach out to people they want to see in their spaces.
And that's the thing for like more than just social media, guys. Like this is in every industry that you're in, that you see, like if there's no one internally that looks like you, you're probably not going to get hired there, like, you know, or the opportunity to even climb the ladder. You know what I mean? Like they might stay in the same position for a long time. Years.
Oh, that actually happened. There was like a lawsuit that had one guy who was working at a company for 57 years. Literally, like 50-something years, something crazy.
Oh, miskin.
And he stayed in the same position, and he trained many people who then like surpassed him. And he's like, why? And now he's suing them.
Good.
And he's gonna win. Like it was on CP24. Literally. Damn. It's like it's just so. It's okay though. Our time. POC listening is coming because we're slowly taking over, whether they like it or not. We're slowly taking over. We're infiltrating. It's a long-term plan, okay? Like it's gonna be hard to ignore because more and more women of color, men of color, like Black women and men are coming in the influencer space, and it's like the numbers are getting too much for you to keep saying that it's not an intentional choice to keep them out. Yeah, it's way too high. Yeah, if it was before. You know what I mean? Like it's impossible. Like I can't believe you. Sorry.
That's the thing. It's like it's in today's standard, right? We're not talking back in 2014, like when social media was brand new. Like no, today.
You know, too many people and too many. Like you've seen them. That means you're purposely scrolling past, or you're purposely like not. You know, it's gonna become like a clear choice that brands make if they don't diversify, and it's gonna hurt them.
All right, guys. So now let's get into
Cue the Commentary.
Christmas edition. These ones are going first. My sister made a reservation at a hotel for Christmas and told me dogs were allowed. Apparently they aren't. I said I wasn't going and refused to pay my part. Am I the a-hole? My 25 female sister, 37 female, was excited about going to a nature hotel for Christmas with all of our family members included. Like a cabin type of thing?
That sounds so fun.
She sent me pictures of the place. It was a very nice place to stay for Christmas. My boyfriend and I live together, and we both have 2 dogs. We're leaving our youngest, a border collie, in daycare for those days we're going to be gone. But we also have a golden retriever who is 3 years old, and he has grown to dislike male dogs. He's also not used to daycare and gets separation anxiety when he's not with us. Our border collie, on the other hand, is more social and outgoing with others and doesn't mind to sleep somewhere else. The first thing I asked my sister was if I was allowed to take Noah, the golden retriever.
Noah as a dog is so crazy.
Since there's no one of the fam who can take care of him on Christmas, such a special day. She said yes, that dogs were allowed. I told her, then we were going, that it wasn't an issue. She made the reservation and had to pay some for us to get the place for that day. She sent me the link which said dogs are not allowed. I then asked her again, hey, are you sure they are allowed? I sent her a screenshot of the part of the link where it said they weren't. She said again, I'm sure the owner of the place won't say no to us paying him a lot of money just because of a dog. Wait, sister, are you okay? That's so dumb. I talked this out with my boyfriend and he said we should confirm with the owner. I texted him via WhatsApp and he told me that dogs were 100% not allowed. Yeah. I sent that out to my sister and she says, we'll see what we can do. I told her that if Noah can't go, then we can't either. Yeah. She got angry at me, yelling that we had to pay our part because she cannot pay for what we were meant to pay. I told her that I was not going to pay a lot of money if we weren't going. Yeah. She said that our dog was our problem and we needed to see how we solved it. That it was up to me to see if the dogs were allowed or not. I told her she lied to me and that I was not going to pay because we're not going. Am I the asshole?
Wait, so they have not booked it yet?
So she paid for it, I'm assuming.
Oh, so she paid up front.
Yeah, she paid up front and she's expecting them to pay back.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you're not the asshole.
I don't think you're the asshole at all.
That's so
irresponsible. Like I hate it. Like if we're planning something, be responsible.
If
like
you're gonna be the planner, especially like, answer questions, please.
Yeah, answer questions and like make sure you read the fine print and be responsible. You're an adult now and you're planning this whole Christmas party.
37.
And the dog is a major issue for him for her reasoning to be like, if we're paying this amount of money, they should allow the dog. Which is it's so crazy because you can't even bring a dog to any hotel. Like they're not gonna allow pets. You know.
I would honestly think though that a nature one that's like outdoors would allow for dogs.
But like I'm assuming the inside is very nice. It's nice. It's upgraded. Like it's decorated nicely. Probably has a nice carpet. Why the fuck would I want a dog there? Like especially since you don't know the size of the dog, you can't discriminate and say like small dogs only. Like I feel can you say that?
You definitely can. A lot of places have weight limits on your dog. Yeah. Like if you have a 150-pound dog, sorry, that's too big. You can't bring him. But if you have like a 20-pound dog, it's fine kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. It's just even small dog or big dog. I don't want anyone shitting on my carpet.
Yeah, not the asshole. I think that's crazy that she is now like kind of switching it on YouTube and being like, well, it's your responsibility to get dog care. I just don't have to come, you know? So a friend from college got married this past weekend. The wedding was 45 minutes from my house, so my wife and I got a hotel room. We checked in, had a few pregame cocktails, and we Ubered from the hotel to the venue. We sit down, wedding happens, it's beautiful. We get to social hour, as it's called, and there is no booze. Turns out this was a dry wedding. There was no indication that this was a dry wedding before showing up. I checked the digital version of the invite and website, nothing indicating this. I'm pissed for a few reasons. One, I might not have RSVP'd if I knew this.
That's crazy.
That's actually insane.
Girl, bring a little Mickey.
For real. Two, I'm pissed I blew a few $100 on a hotel for the night, babysitters, and Ubers. I'm like, what the fuck? Other friends that were there were grumbling and felt similar to me. The night went on and the wedding was fine, but honestly, a bit of a bummer. Now that my wife and I have kids, nights like this are rare, and I was pumped to do something. So we dipped out a bit early and went out. Other friends rolled with. We left in the middle of the dancing time and didn't stay for the exit. Later that night, I sent a Venmo request for the cost of babysitter, hotel, and Ubers. Yesterday, I heard from my college buddy. He was like, what the fuck is this asshole? I explained I was mad that this was a dry wedding. The bride had family that are alcoholics, so they opted to not have alcohol as an option. I told him that is need to know information. Not informing us of that cost me and our other friends a lot of money. He said I should have asked him and not assumed it was a wet wedding. I didn't know this was dry wet. Like, this is new wording for me. I said to him, alcohol is a default option. If you change the default, you tell people. He disagreed with that notion. I said, you drink. Why would I think it's dry? We went back and forth for a while. He still thinks I'm an asshole. Am I?
Yeah, you're 100%. The asshole. Why the fuck would you invoice the bride and groom?
You're literally so insane. Are you telling me that you would not come to my wedding if there was no alcohol? Like, he's treating this as like their
a
escape.
Party or like
you know what I mean? Like, oh, we're parents now, and we don't really get these opportunities. So of course I wanted to go crazy and get drunk. Go to the fucking club then. You know what I mean? Like, this is my wedding.
Yeah, there's not like a time and place that you can drink. You can absolutely go to the liquor store after. You can go get your buzz and you could have
after. Even brought something if you found out it doesn't cost you that much money. You already spent hundreds.
Literally, just leave, 12, go, you know? Get alcohol, come back. Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
and then like exposing yourself. Like, it's just such a bad look.
Yeah, it's such a bad look. It looks like you really just wanted to have like you thought about only yourself in this situation.
Did not care about the union, and even them leaving early and bringing people with them just to go out clubbing is so crazy. Like, you guys couldn't wait a couple more hours, and then
after that you invoice them.
Yeah. What? And imagine like hundreds, like $400 or $500. Is that what he said?
What are you talking about? Babysitters and hotels? You
insane. Are such an asshole. You will never get another invite from anyone near that circle again.
Crazy. Yeah.
And you don't deserve it.
First of all, that's like it was never that serious. Like, alcohol is never that serious. That? Never. Am I the a-hole for hating my wife's creepy hobby project? What is it? Okay, this sounds insane, but I swear my wife is totally normal otherwise. Okay, what? That is a weird statement, first of all. Which makes this so strange to me. For context, we're both in our later 30s and live in a pretty typical suburban neighborhood where we all know each other. My wife has always loved trashy movies and shows about infidelities, and she eats up true crime about spouses killing their cheating partners too.
Okay.
She just says something about it makes her morbidly fascinated, in her words. Is that you?
Yeah, a little bit. I really enjoy that.
Well, a couple months back, we had a scandal in our neighborhood where a married couple in the neighborhood divorced because the husband cheated.
Uh-oh.
No, there wasn't a murder or anything like that, but she became obsessed with learning every detail from every neighbor.
Oh my God.
No matter the occasion, be it a baby shower or cookout, she would bring it up in hopes that there would be any new information. Please. Any tea. She really wants to know the tea.
Relax.
A month later is when I stumbled on the board in her home office. I was doing some cleaning and I found a massive bulletin board facing away, leaned up against the wall. Curiosity got the better of me and I turned it around to find a literal fucking conspiracy board of all of our neighbors' pictures with lines of yarn connecting each other like the fucking Pepe Sylvia meme.
I'm imagining like Prison Break. Like, remember when he had like a thing?
I saw that. Yeah, like, this is what I pictured. Yes. This is exactly what I pictured.
Oh, she's insane.
I was totally confused and asked what this was. And she told me it was a hobby she had started recently where she would track rumors or likely candidates for cheating on the board. The yarn represented who was possibly cheating with whom. She had clearly gotten all the images on Facebook or some social media and printed them out, and even had a few sticky notes with details.
Wait, so like nobody asked for this.
Nope. She has a passion for true crime of infidelities.
This is beyond. This is like,
she's crazy.
Weird.
Yeah. But he said she's normal besides this, okay?
She's not normal.
Yeah. I told her this was creepy and insane.
Yeah.
And she said maybe if I was doing it as a man, but she's just having harmless fun as a hobby, and she wouldn't be crazy and try to oust anyone based on rumors. She just likes feeling like a detective. She told me to view it. She told me to view it like a creative art piece.
No.
I was still super weirded out, but let it go, or tried. I thought about it a lot. Well, every now and then I admit to checking the board when cleaning, just for any updates. But just a couple of days ago, I looked to see that now I was on the board with a yarn attached to a neighbor's wife I am casual friends with, question mark, question mark. Not him on the board. I asked her why she would add me if she thought I was cheating, and she said that was a different yarn color for potential matches for cheating. So it's not like
potential.
It's potential.
Like, it might be.
It's a different yarn.
Okay.
So she
organized.
said, yeah. She said if it makes me feel better, she was planning on adding herself to the board soon.
Girl, okay.
Well, I got pissed and kind of lost my temper about it. I told her to get rid of the board or our marriage will be in trouble. Things have been super rocky since. Sorry for the long post. I'm starting to feel bad and it hit me more than usual this morning. Should I apologize to her? And before you ask, no, I didn't suspect her of cheating. Honestly, I wish she was, because it would at least make more sense than this. Am I the a-hole?
I think your wife is literally mentally unstable. Like, what is she do? This is like kind of bordering like stalking.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Or obsession.
And stalking, and like being so like either she needs to get into becoming a private investigator, like make it her job, because doing this unasked, like nobody asked for this, is actually kind of scary.
Yeah.
It's weird because people don't think people are watching them, but somebody is not only watching them, but
analyzing and documenting and getting
making
people
notes.
Involved.
And then you see your face on it?
Fuck no.
Yeah. What do you mean she's going to put her own face on it? What does that mean?
I really couldn't see it getting weirder until she mentioned adding herself to
the board.
Yeah,
that's the weirdest part to me.
Yeah.
What do you, like, does she like someone? Like, you can't.
It seems like an unhealthy obsession with infidelity.
Yeah, this is weird. This is like, you should ask a doctor.
Yeah.
This is not normal.
I know you're not the asshole. So she needs to know what you're doing is fucking weird. And it's not
right.
normal. No, not at all.
No, not the asshole.
She needs to do more things with her time. Again, you have too much time on your hands, I'm pretty sure.
Am I the asshole for being mean to my wife for buying me a Cancun resort for my 40th birthday?
Oh.
My wife and I have been together for 20 years, married for 15 of those years. That being said, my wife has been well aware that I do not like traveling. I don't mind road trips, a state or two away, but that's it. I hate flying, and I really don't like surprises.
Ugh.
What a bore.
Boring
right? For real.
Guy.
Ugh. Okay, these are facts that I've made known for decades at this point. My wife, however, in the past 5 or 6 years has really started itching to travel because her friends are traveling. Mm-hmm. Back in August, she kept insisting that our family get passports. During this whole process, I repeatedly say I don't think it's necessary because I hate traveling, but I relent when she says that we may take the kids out of the country at some point in the future. In September, she told me to take November 21st to the 22nd off from work. Of course, when I ask why, she refuses to tell me. After some pressing, she says she's surprising me with a trip to a resort in Cancun for my 40th birthday. At this point, I'm floored, not in a good way. I ask her why she did this. I reiterate that I hate flying, say I wanted a simple dinner at my favorite restaurant and a video game for my birthday, etc. She starts getting watery eyes and says she sold a bunch of her work socks to fund the trip, and I relent and say that we can go to Cancun. In October, our dog gets cancer. Treatment is freaking expensive, so I tell my wife to return the trip tickets. She says she can't because it's too late to get her money back. When I ask how much she paid, it's damn near $2,000. This gets me upset all over again because at this point, we're looking terrible financially. We're paying vet bills. Our downstairs AC unit broke and had to be completely replaced for $7,000 back in August. She's splurging on a Cancun trip. I get pissed and tell her that if she had $2,000 to blow on a trip, she could have asked me what I actually wanted, got me a PS5, some dinner at my favorite spot, and put the rest towards our mounting debt. Again, she starts with the shaky voice and watery eyes, so I suck it up and sell off a huge portion of my retro game collection to keep us afloat. November, it really starts to hit me that this trip isn't even for me. She likes to travel. She likes to fly. She wants to go to Cancun, and my birthday is the perfect excuse to go. So I've been building up resentment about being broke with December fast approaching. We have 2 kids, one of which is born right before Christmas, so our funds are going to be tight from needing to buy presents. The whole thing comes off as her being financially irresponsible and using my birthday as an excuse to do some traveling to make her happy. This past week, I've been kind of a dick to her because I'm starting to build resentment here and haven't spoken to her in a week. I also randomly went out with friends and rubbed it in her face that they actually take me to places I want to go. I'm also seriously considering buying her a PS5 and taking her to my favorite dinner spot for her birthday in April. There are a few edits, but let's talk about it now.
Let's talk about it.
Is she the asshole?
No, she's not the asshole. Like, what you're listening after, what happened after was after the fact that she already got the tickets.
Yeah.
Like, the cancer and, like, all these other financial burdens that came upon, after booking the trip. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, yeah, you're blaming her for something she can't change. Like, it's too late.
Yeah.
She can't get her money back. So what? She's not going to go on the vacation, or you're not going to go with her? And, like, what a boring man. What a very selfish man. Like,
and such what a life sucking kind of person. Because my thing is like, okay, maybe in the past you haven't liked to flown, so does that mean we will never travel?
And they have kids
and they have kids, and it's like, so what, we can't even get passports, so the thought of even leaving the country is not allowed. Like, it's no family vacations, it's so limiting. Like, yeah. And it's like, yeah, maybe for the past 10 years she's been okay and hasn't traveled and allowed your preference to be the one that wins. But it's like, no, that means he's turning 40, she's probably around the same age, and it's like, I want to go to Cancun.
And his reason is like, she sees her friends going on vacation, so she wants to go too. No, I'm sure she wants to go on vacation.
And even if that wasn't,
but she's just sucking it up for you.
She's seeing something. Yeah, maybe she's seeing something she hasn't thought about before, and it's giving her an awakening. Mm-hmm. Like, to me, this is like a reason people can divorce.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you're literally ruining my life.
Yeah.
And who gets this upset about going to Cancun? And his thing is like, I just want to go to the exact same restaurant that I love, get me a video game. Mm-hmm. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like the same over and over
for
and
40
over
years,
again. It's like,
or how long
they've been
you've
married for 15 years and been together for 20 years. So this might be even their first partner together. So she's already given up a lot. And this guy is just like, what do you like? Like, it's just like, this kind of thing will literally suck your soul dry and leave you completely lifeless. Like, you're forgetting what fun is like in life, what adventure is in life. And like,
like what he's doing after the fact, like after finding out you can't get that $2,000, and it's like, okay, yeah, $2,000 is a lot of money,
but it's not end of the world.
It's not end of the world money, like, at all. And like, I think this one experience, deal, I think. Great, actually, like And like, I don't think it's like worth you trying to like make her feel bad about it by saying my friends got me what I wanted from it, and then you trying to dinner. Like, okay, like, anyways, he's just very, very inconsiderate and only
very
thinks
like
about
he
himself.
has to keep the same thing over. Yeah, it's like, what's blowing my mind is like, you've been happy with things for like 15 years of marriage, and so now on your 40th birthday, are you really telling me, because this is how I would take it if I was the wife, are you telling me that there's absolutely no wiggle room for you to ever want to travel? And to me, and maybe I'm dramatic, I would consider separation, because it's like, if you are, you know what I mean, like, and obviously that's not something you think of lightly, but it's like, I have to live my life. This is my one life.
It's my one life.
And she probably she sold all these stocks from work for her to afford this trip and surprise you, and this is how ungrateful you are.
Even like her getting teary-eyed when she brought it up,
holding it in for so long.
Bro, I've literally worked so hard to surprise you with this trip, and it's my money, right? Like, I earned this for us to enjoy as a family.
I'm buying it for you.
Yeah.
So we can have some time in a different country, experience something new. Maybe you'll find a new restaurant you love.
Yeah. And then he his reaction to that initially.
PS5 and a
grow the fuck up. You're 40.
So ugly.
No, that's literally another point.
So ugly.
You're 40 years old. Like, okay, I get it. Like, there's really age is just a number and stuff, but it's just like, there should be, at 40 years old, I'd expect you to like
value
other things to bring excitement aside from video games. Like a 12-year-old boy, 12-year-old boy would, like, you know,
an experience to travel with your wife somewhere else new that you guys have never been to together should be like,
what do you
pique
mean?
Interest.
He hates traveling, only been to like 2 other states. Oh my
That's the only thing
God.
he's okay with, like driving a little bit further, but he wants to say. And there's really a lot of people like that, and you actually must find someone exactly like you if you're gonna be like that, because you're gonna ruin someone else's life.
Yeah. Traveling is
But
such
they
a
also have to
beautiful
have
thing,
discernment
like,
to leave
yeah.
and to realize that this person is not. You know what I mean?
I don't know. From her reaction, I just don't.
Because
she
she's
doesn't
unhappy.
Really, yeah, she's unhappy and like not willing to really stick up for herself. Because like, what do you mean you just get teary-eyed and like, that's it? That's the end of the discussion?
But then he has resentment towards you and then is mean to you and doesn't talk to you and ices you out, and all because you wanted to take him to Mexico?
He's literally an asshole. The biggest asshole.
Yeah.
Like,
and I hope she, if you don't want to go, let her take a friend or something, you know? Like,
am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend I won't be following his family's traditions? Me, 21 female, and my boyfriend, let's call him Alex, 23 male, have been dating for about 3 years now. We recently began talking about marriage and kids, something we both eventually want to have. The other day, a reel popped up on my For You page of cute boy names, and I saw the name Everett. I thought it was adorable and jokingly told him how it has to be our firstborn's name.
Yeah.
He laughed and said he liked it, but it'll have to wait for the second kid. I was confused and asked him why. He told me that his family has a tradition that every firstborn boy in the family has the same name. His oldest brother has it, his uncle has it, his grandfather has it, and so on. For the sake of privacy and how oddly unique the name is, I'm not going to say it.
Oh.
I'm not judging in the slightest, but this is a weird name, and it's honestly not my favorite.
Yeah.
I would never say that to any of his family members, but I did tell him I'm not a huge fan of it. I told him I don't really want to follow those footsteps, and he got upset and told me he can't be the one to break the tradition. He told me I was being an asshole for suggesting anything else. I told him I won't change my mind and we should make it a middle name or find another compromise. Yep. Alex has 5 siblings. The tradition will continue if he doesn't do it.
True.
And frankly, I think I should get a say in what I name my kid. I told him since I'm the one carrying... No, seriously. I told him since I'm the one carrying the hypothetical child for 9 months and I would already be getting Alex's last name, I should have some say in the first name.
Agreed.
For context, I have 2 siblings, both girls. I'm the youngest and my eldest sisters are both married and took their husbands' last names. It makes me a little sad that when I marry Alex, my last name will go out of existence. I've talked to him about hyphenating ours, something he doesn't want to do. But anyways, I really don't want to name our firstborn son, even if we ever even have a boy, that name. He thinks I'm whining for no reason since we don't have a kid yet and I'm not pregnant, but I think my concerns are valid. I've told some friends about it. They think I'm overreacting over something that doesn't even exist yet. So am I the a-hole for telling my boyfriend I don't want to follow his family's tradition?
Nope. I feel like they're asking the wrong people because the answer is no. Like, I totally agree with her. Mm-hmm. Like, he has 5 other siblings. Make somebody else do it. Yeah. Because if I don't like it, and then we don't even know if they're gonna have a son. Yeah. You know. But yeah, I don't think she's the asshole, and I don't think so. I feel like it's especially if the name is so unique and like not the vibe. I think her suggestion of making it a middle name is like that's the most you're gonna get from me.
Great compromise. Yeah.
You know, you can't get the first name. Sorry.
No, because I've been planning my whole life when I'm going to name my kid. So you're not going to take this away from me. And, you know, this will be a problem down the line if y'all don't get it sorted out now. I hate when guys think, like, it's not a big deal. Or, like, things aren't a big deal, but don't really see why it's a big deal. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't see a problem now, but wait till that kid is born. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's going to be a whole family issue. Like, literally, it can really be the downfall of your relationship.
He should start telling his family from now.
And plan from now if you should even stay together.
To the idea, it's not going to happen, or don't be with them. Yeah. Because if it's that big of a deal.
That's going to be a huge problem.
Yeah, but I don't think she's the asshole.
Yeah. And she's like very like she doesn't even want to give up her last name. Like Loki, she wants to hyphenate it and stuff. Hyphenated
ideas. Yeah. So already, she's already kind of like
not traditional
in that way. Yeah, these are things you should know about your partner before you have a child.
How do you feel about last name though? Like, will you take your man's last name?
It's not our culture though, like to really take their last name. So
is it not in Ethiopian culture?
No, we don't take.
I thought my mom was such a girl boss for not doing that.
No, my mom's last name too.
Thing.
No, the kids take the last name.
Yeah, the kids do.
But even like they take like the dad's first name.
Yes, and that's their middle name.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for not wanting to spend every holiday with my in-laws? Quick backstory for content. I have been non-contact with both of my parents for close to 9 years. They're both still alive. Both have their issues that I will not get into here. Their actions have led me to the difficult decision of going non-contact with them. My wife agrees with and supports this decision. My wife and her family are the opposite of mine. Her mom and dad have been married for several decades. She has 2 sisters, and they're all very, very close. I appreciate her family, and they're all generally good people. My wife and I have been married for over 10 years, and we do have 2 young children. The issue at hand. Ever since I made the decision to go non-contact with my parents, my wife has taken it upon herself to plan every holiday and even several of our summertime family vacations with her family. She makes these plans with her parents and sisters for all holidays like Christmas and Thanksgiving, and I'm very rarely included in the planning process. About a year ago, I spoke with my wife about this. I told her I do not appreciate her planning holidays without giving me the opportunity to be part of the planning. I also told her that I do not want to spend every holiday with her parents and sisters. It's not that they're bad people or that I don't like them. I just don't think it's fair that she believes that since I don't have a relationship with my parents, that by default I have to spend every holiday with my in-laws. I told my wife I would like to go back to how things were before we were non-contact with my parents, and we could share half the holidays with her family, and I'd like to spend the other half of the holidays doing something with just my wife and our kids. Since I do not have a relationship with my parents or any extended family, my wife and kids are really all I have. My wife doesn't agree with this. She believes that since I don't have a relationship with my parents, that by default, we should spend every holiday with my in-laws. This leads me to ask, am I the asshole for not wanting to spend every holiday with my in-laws?
You're not the asshole, and I did like your solution of like half and half because that's what I would recommend.
It's like how it was before.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. You don't want to spend every holiday with them.
Because they're not your family. It's her family, so it doesn't mean the same as it does to her, and I feel like sometimes people with really, really tight-knit families who end up marrying people with like more of a dysfunctional family and like even like him, like with no relationship with their parents, and going non-contact with your parents is like it's a very big deal. So I feel like sometimes there's a disconnect in understanding and empathy for each other, and they just kind of think like, oh well, no problem, you can just come with my family, now we're just one big family and there's no problem. But that's not how they feel
and how they see,
and that's not how
family.
They see it.
Like that's exactly. They don't see family as
they don't
how
see it
you
the same way.
Yeah,
and that is like you guys have to be very like you have to compromise with each other. I feel like his solution is perfect, and I feel like she's just being a little bit naive and pretty dismissive actually to how he feels. Yeah, I don't think he's the asshole at all. I think the half
would have worked great.
And I'm sure like, and the thing is like being with your in-laws, it's like it takes a lot of like emotional and like social battery out of you because it's not your family, so you are not fully free. But meanwhile, your wife is totally fine and she doesn't care and everything's good. Yeah. Especially because she's planning not only holiday trips but like summer vacations with them. Please, I've had enough.
I've actually had enough.
Much. That is way too much.
I can see it from the wife's perspective too. Like I definitely see both sides, but she wants to see, the kids grow up with the grandparents.
Yeah,
and like, it's very beautiful to see that relationship. But there needs to be a balance.
Yeah.
In everything.
And I agree. I think, or maybe like we can do all the holidays with the family, but then summers are mine. Please. Like I don't want to be with them all the time. It's a little too much. So.
Or do like Christmas Eve. I know how like people celebrate on Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
like
then Christmas Day back
Christmas
at home.
Eve with, just the family, and then do Christmas Day with the wife's family.
Either way, there needs to be some compromise because I feel like just because he has no relationship with them and doesn't really have a family anymore other than them,
doesn't mean he's like yearning for another family. Like,
exactly. That's what it is.
Maybe
it
he
doesn't
needed
mean
a break
that.
from family. Period.
Yeah, yeah. Other than his own wife and children, maybe like he doesn't really want anything else.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's it, guys.
That's it for today.
Yes, catch us next episode. We will be dressed up with our Christmas sweaters. Okay, we might even come as the Grinch.
Oh my god! I think we should do that for Christmas.
I know you would love that.
Should we dress up with like green makeup?
I think we should.
Or like, I don't
know.
Do you want to be Cindy Lou Who and I'll be the Grinch?
Sure, why not?
So I'm gonna sit here with a green face.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, or maybe you should be Santa Claus. Oh my god.
You guys will be surprised, okay? Because there's going to be more than one Christmas episode because Christmas is like a month away.
For real. And please, guys, send over your anything, like all of your advice, questions, or scenarios, and we will talk about it and make sure you let us know if you want to be anonymous or not.
Yep. And CUETHECOMMENTARYPODCAST at gmail.com. Send us your Am I the A-hole scenarios. Rate us on Spotify, guys. Please create an account. Someone commented they created an account
just to do that,
just to rate us, and we are so grateful for those ratings.
Sweet.
So yeah, please rate us on Spotify, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.